So I spent the last 30 minutes looking for my phone, which I could not find. So I had to use this older phone so I can get started here on this video. I know we shot one of these recently, but I figured let's go ahead and do it again. So I got this bucket. I ordered this a while ago and it finally came again. It's not the best bucket in the world. It's actually pretty expensive. I think it's like just under $15, which is pretty high for just any old bucket. But we're gonna have to get the Genovese basil in its final home for the hydroponics. So need to hurry up and get this get that basil back into the bigger bucket. So I'll show you what it looks like right now. So let's go ahead and drill this hole here. Now, I showed you before on the white bucket how low the hole was for the deep water culture system where you use the pump. I'm too lazy to use the pump, plus the cracky method works just fine anyways. So what we're going to do is go about halfway. That way it'll leave enough water, but on the same token, I don't have to fill it up every single moment. Alright, got the hole drilled there. That's one step done. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the paint strainer bag. This is a 5-gallon paint strainer bag. I didn't want to hassle with trying to find a location that sells the paint strainer bag out here. You would think that it's simple to find stuff, but it isn't. Just when you think that you have an item that should be easy to find at the paint store here, you go over inside in Thailand here and ask for a paint strainer bag, and they tell you they don't have them, or they tell you that it's out of stock, or they tell you it's in liters, and you know, it's just the whole mess. So let's actually move this here. Now, I probably should have the mask on. Last time I think I had the mask on. Today I forgot. Okay, well, I spilled some on the ground. Figure, huh? Didn't do the greatest job. God, this thing is so light. Even I thought it was going to be heavier, but I mean, it'll be heavy when it's wet. It's still pretty damn light right now. Now I know a lot of people won't rinse off their perlite, but there's a lot of dust in it. And I figure, you know what, we're growing vegetables that we're eating. So it's a good idea to just go ahead and rinse it off a bit. Funny thing is, all this water that I've been using so far right now, it still hasn't, there's no water coming off the bottom bowl here. This thing soaks up so much water initially, plus it needs to fill up to the top too. It's just amazing. That's why it's such a good source. There it goes. Now I see some water coming out, and it is milky. So we'll go ahead and rinse. We'll just keep on pouring the water through here until we see it come out real clear. Well, it looks like it's coming out pretty clear now. Give it a few seconds longer here. Now I shouldn't have let this basil, Genovese basil, grow this large, but I was waiting for the buckets to get in here, and I had, you know, shipping delays, all sorts of stuff. If you noticed, I went ahead and kind of semi-soaked it in water here to loosen it up a bit, because they're all kind of, the roots are kind of getting tangled amongst themselves. There's 6 of them in there, so what I'm going to do is kind of space them out. I'll put, I don't know how I'll space them out. Let me look to see how many I have over here first. So it looks like I have 2, 4, 6, 7 in that one. So I will go ahead and do 6. So I'll probably do 3, 2, 3, 2. What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I'll do 3 in the middle row. Or I can do the 4 corners and then 2 in the middle. I'll probably do the 4 corners and 2 in the middle. That'll just be fine. So let me get started on that. Now, just a FYI, normally I would just rinse the dirt off of these. And the spoon is so bent. This is just so weak of a spoon. But anyways, what I'll do is, typically I would rinse the dirt off of these and take them off of the peat pellet pots. But because of it growing so long in there, plus I don't want to disturb a lot of these roots, this time around I'm just going to go ahead and put the whole thing in there. Because they're Jiffy peat pellets, the roots will go through the bag, so it'll be fine. And so what I'll do is take the taller ones and put them in the corners. And I'm going to shake off a little more water here. I don't want to. Okay, that'll be good. Okay. Actually, you know what? This thing's really milky after I shook that. So let me empty out all that crap. Wow, the thing got milky after I shook it. I'm going to put a little more fertilizer in there actually, fill up the top. Now, since I washed most of this, except for the top portion already, I'm not going to rinse it off too much more. Looks pretty good, pretty clean, not milky. So let's go ahead and let it drain off a little bit. I'm going to let it drain on its own. Let's take the tall ones and put them in the corners. Like I said before, normally I would just go ahead and rinse off the dirt and go ahead and just put them straight in there like a hydroponic system, but this is easier in this particular situation to just leave it. It'll go around the roots. Plus they're so big anyways. I don't want to disturb and kill a lot of the roots that are already formed. It'll be just too much of a hassle trying to get them separated from the established situation. See, there's two on each of these, so this will be perfect to put them in the corners. I mean, I do grow my stuff like bunch growing, but still, I would have if I got those earlier, I would have separated them, let them grow separately. But it is what it is. Perfect. Okay. Well, I can smell that basil. It smells amazing. Now, I'm not going to put this in direct light. I mean, yeah, it's already in the dirt itself, but I'm still going to go ahead and put it in the shade for today. And then what I'm also going to do is once it drains a little more of this water, what I'll do is I'll actually tip it over and then I'll put in the solution. But I'm going to put only the solution about half strength. See, the one thing I got to be careful for is there's a lot of water up on the top portion. It's still going to funnel down, and this thing could start leaking on me. This thing is pretty heavy, and it feels like there's just a lot of water still draining out here. So I'll be careful and monitor it here today. Okay guys, that's a little bit about the hydroponics setup, transplanting from the Jiffy Pea pellets. I know I haven't been doing a lot of videos this year. That's because I don't have the home garden back in the States. But I'll be doing quite a bit of growing here in Thailand. So as some of you guys already know, I just moved into my new condo out here. Plus I gotta start actually doing real work. And so in between all those other things, I'll start getting the garden started, the hydroponic system, and kind of bring you along for the ride. You guys take care now.